in the ring at this time, as you see the Diamonds in the rough, Elix Skipper and David Young on the outside, but in the ring you have the reunited James gang of BG and Kip James, one of the most decorated and successful tag team combinations of the last 10 years here at the debut event for the UWF, Jeff Harris.
The former New Age Outlaws, strangers to no one here in Emporia, they were going absolutely wild as BG and Kip introduced themselves as only they can.
Looks like Skipper and Kip James are going to start things off. Kip James bringing back the old school tights. They look more like their former selves.
Well, these are two of the top tag teams in TNA, two of the top tag teams here in the UWF, and a win tonight will propel one of these teams right up the ladders for a future title shot against either America's Most Wanted, the reigning champions, or perhaps the new champions after tonight is over, and that's Team 3D.
Skipper not intimidated by Kip James at this point, but he does decide that discretion is the better part of valor.
Well, the James gang, much more experienced, multi-time world tag team champions. They are larger than their opponents tonight, so the Diamonds in the rough are at a disadvantage, but I'm telling you, prime time is called prime time for one reason, and that's those incredible, absolutely phenomenal moves that he's able to pull off in the ring. He's jumped off top of cages, and he knows no limits to heights.
He says that pound for pound, he's the best in the game.
And he's got a move that can drop you in a heartbeat, and that's the play of the day.
That's exactly right.
And I don't want to sell
turning neck breaker.
I don't want to sell David Young short either. He is an incredible athlete in his own right. Those two together, the Diamonds in the rough, pretty soon they're going to have to drop the rough part because they're pretty close to Diamonds in my book already.
Under the tutelage of Simon Diamond, they have become a well-oiled unit. Kip James.
And there's the Matrix move.
Matrix is right out of that pin attempt. Side slam. Kip James gets nothing. He gets a head scissors for his trouble.
And that's that athleticism. When I was talking about prime time, he can hit you from any direction, but there's one direction he just got hit, and that's a boot right to the face.
He was looking in the wrong direction. He was looking over at BG James. Cover from Kip. Only gets two. Under the tutelage of Simon Diamond, Young and Skipper have really stepped up their game as a tag team.
What a win it would be tonight here in Emporia to knock off the James gang, who's regarded as probably the #2 contenders to the NWA World Tag Team titles, behind, of course, 3D.
On reputation alone, this is actually one of the first times that we've seen the James gang together, back on the same side, but on reputation alone, you have to put them at the top of the list.
Absolutely. And now here's the tag, the Diamonds in the rough, working like a tag team should. That's isolating your opponent in the corner, making tags and working over one member of that team.
BG James, series of punches. Little juke and jive, and one more takes David Young off his feet.
Oh, he was going for the shake, rattle, and roll there. Skipper, oh, little miscommunication between the Diamonds. I guess they still are in the rough after that one.
It didn't work out, but what a great move from Skipper to prevent BG James from dropping that knee.
There's a lot of discussion going on between David Young and Primetime.
They could use their coach Simon at this point.
The fans are telling them to go ahead and fight it out. Go ahead, punch each other.
Skipper is adamant. He was trying to save Young's behind on that one and ended up getting sent off the apron for his troubles. He's going to tag back in and see if he can do it himself.
BG James stirring the pot just a little bit there. He's got Skipper riled back up again at his own partner, which plays right into the James gang. Skipper able to slip under that lockup and dropped a big hammer right to the back.
Of course, James comes from a very, very famous background and famous wrestling family.
They tried it. No. This time he's able to put the brakes on, but
they knock heads, and both members of the Diamonds are sent to the floor.
BG decided to let them get their heads together, if you will, on this match.
We got the ass cam.
The ass cam. Exclusive footage from Mr. Badass himself. Look at the fans here in Emporia. They're loving this action. It's a packed house here. What a phenomenal event.
Kip James taking the camera and showcasing the great turnout we have here in Virginia.
Hermie Sadler, the commissioner of the UWF, has put together one of the best cards that's been in Virginia in who knows how long.
Quite a while. James now sends Young off. Young and Skipper just cannot get their teamwork together. Skipper tried to make a blind tag on that one and did not get it.
I think he did get it. Off the top.
Spin kick. Ref is gonna allow the tag, it looks like. Kip James, I guess, got the same vantage point I did because it looked to me like he didn't get it, but the ref is gonna allow it, and Skipper now calls James back into the ring.
This is great tag team action here from the Diamonds in the Rough. They drew.
If Young can get back up on his feet, we'll have a double team.
They drew the other one in. Now they've got BG captured in their corner. Keep working with the ref and BG stuck in the corner. I mean, this is where you want to do as a tag team. Isolate that opponent and work him over. Now, Skipper, just monster kick right to the back.
Sometimes you'll hear that called a spinal tap. I don't know what BG James would call it right now. We probably wouldn't be able to put it on the air.
It's painful, that's for sure. It knocked the wind completely out of him. Skipper, this is the time to take advantage of the veteran. You got him winded. Here's the cover.
You cannot underestimate the toughness of BG James, though. His legacy and his pedigree in this business. One of the Armstrong brothers achieved a great deal of success under the name Road Dogg and under his own name of Armstrong, under the family name of Armstrong. When he entered Total Nonstop Action a few years ago, he said Brian Gerard James was good enough for my mama to name me, so it's good enough for me to call myself, and that's what he goes by now. But you cannot underestimate the toughness of somebody that grew up in that household with the brothers and Bullet Bob and everyone. You're not going to throw anything at James that he hasn't had to endure before just to get into the sport. But what a near fall there from David Young.
Yeah, I want to back that up there, Brad. Did you see how high he got in the air for that drop kick? Met him right in the jaw.
Going over the legacy of BG James, and David Young almost caught me sleeping because he almost took this match home with that shot.
There's your tag. Now the Diamonds in the Rough are going to work on another double team move, drop toe hold. Skipper in with a sliding drop kick right to the back of the head.
Almost like a baseball slide.
Diamonds in the Rough definitely got everything going their way right now. BG isolated the team. They're working him over good. I mean, we could see what would be considered an upset here tonight. It wouldn't be an upset in my book, but it'd definitely be an upset to these fans.
It would be an upset, I think, to a lot of people around the country who are not going to take this relatively new team as seriously as they're going to take the team formerly known as the Outlaws.
I've seen Prime Time and David Young in action so many times before. I'm telling you, these guys are underrated in everybody's book. They're just waiting for that one big breakout win, and it could happen here tonight in Emporia, Virginia.
Young was under a tremendous losing streak, just could not get momentum under his feet for so long in Total Nonstop Action. Now has finally started to turn that corner as one of the Diamonds in the Rough. Control now on BG James. Big right cross. He's gonna taunt Kip. The temper on Kip James has been the story of this contest thus far. That has led to all the opportunities that the Diamonds in the Rough have created for themselves have come from double teaming due to the temper of Kip James.
And they've done it so effectively. Here's David Young signaling for the end of the match. He's going to go to the top. I mean, this is something you don't expect out of David Young. He's on the top for a moonsault.
We're going to see the moonsault. Beautiful, but got nothing on it. Both men down. James looks like he's trying to position himself a little bit closer to that corner. Now starting to clear the cobwebs a little bit. The Diamonds make a tag. The Outlaws make a tag. Kip James tags in.
Boy, he's a ball of fire now. He's had to wait so long on the outside as his partner took a beating, and now he's going to dish out all the punishment himself to retaliate.
He's finally getting to release some of that anger. Big stinger splash in the corner.
He just crushed Prime Time.
Shot to the gut. Could this be it?
He hits this, it's over with. Here it goes. No, Prime Time out of the way.
Prime Time trying to take the official out. Beautiful drop kick from Young. Primetime intentionally, I think, tried to take the official out on that one.
Skipper's got him. This is it.
Cover. 2. Only a 2 count. Kip James gets the shoulder up, and Primetime is livid.
He is so mad. He saw that win, that big win that they need so bad happening right now.
Up and over. Primetime, such great balance and agility. Lands on the apron. We're going to see that clipping clothesline. No, back of the clothesline, shot to the gut. Famouser, there it is.
That's it. If his partner can't make the save, we're going to see a pin.
1, 2, 3 with the Famouser. Kip James puts down Elix Skipper, and the James gang are victorious over the Diamonds in the Rough.